Hey, everybody, welcome back to another fantastic edition of the His and Her Money Show, where we make it our business to help you take dominion over your money and your life. Thank you for tuning in once again, because you could be elsewhere, but you're here rocking with us. And for that, we are grateful. Get your pen and paper out, man, because we're going to be talking about how to bring some additional income into your situation. And we have an expert guest with a topic that I don't think we've touched yet. So I think this is a side hustle that may get a lot of you all's attention. So I want you to be prepared. Have your notes app open, because we're going to be dropping jewels about how to start your very own virtual assistant business. And we have a very special guest who has done it herself, who has taught a whole lot of other people how to do it as well. So we always bring you the best of the best to tackle these topics, because we want you to win. We're going to be talking with none other than Annalisa Abel, and she is here to drop this knowledge on you. So get ready. Here we go. Hey, Annalisa, welcome to the His and Her Money Show.
Hi, I'm super excited to be here. I think you've had actually some of my former clients on your platform. So I love telling people about the virtual assistant space. So yeah, let's talk about it.
Sweet. Now, some people are being introduced to you for the first time right here and right now. So for them, can you let them know who you are and what you're all about?
Yes. So my name is Annalisa Abel. I'm the owner of Elevated Assist. It's a virtual assistant and social media management agency. We work with small business owners and offer them admin services and or social media support. I'm also described as a virtual assistant coach. I teach people how to make 4 to 5 figures a month as a virtual assistant and being able to work from home. And I do a couple of other things, but I'm most known for being a virtual assistant coach.
Nice. Now, how did you come across this industry here, being a virtual assistant yourself, and then turning it into a business for yourself, and then showing others how to do it? But how did it first come across your eyes and your knowledge base?
So around 2019, 2020, I didn't before I even jumped into the virtual assistant industry, I knew nothing about becoming a virtual assistant. So I got my first client who actually reached out to me, and then I worked with them in 30 days. I had made $1,000, and I was working extremely part-time hours, maybe like 10 hours a week. After that first month and making $1,000, I said, well, what happens if I get more clients? Like, is this a real thing? So I began to do my research and really just started to promote myself. So I went from $1,000 a month to $5,000 a month very quickly within my virtual assistant business. And then when I got to about 6 to 7 clients, I kind of formed an agency, Elevated Assist, and kind of what it is now. And then one of my clients said, this has been my best experience working with the virtual assistant. You should start teaching other people how to do it. So I came out with a course. I didn't think anything of it. I promoted it one day and had like 3 people sign up for the pre-sale. And I was like, oh, maybe people really want to be virtual assistants. So fast forward to now. So that was last January 2021, when I launched the program. I've now taught over 2,000 people how to start their virtual assistant business from all over the world.
All right, so let's start at the bottom. Like, for some people, they may be hearing that term virtual assistant for the first time. Can you break down what exactly is a virtual assistant?
Absolutely, because I get this question a lot, because people will say, well, virtual assistant is like Siri on your phone, or if you go to a website and the little chat is automated messages. That is very true. So when I speak about the virtual assistant in my context, it's providing admin services, completing tasks for small business owners. So I think a lot of people get stuck on small business owners and how can they afford that service? But it's important to know that small business owner can still be a multi-million-dollar business, right? So we work for our agency. I actually work with pretty high-level clients who are doing very well within their business. And we do small things for them, such as manage their emails, some data entry. We might research a particular topic for them and summarize it. So generally just completing small tasks that business owners don't have time to do, they don't want to do, or they don't know how to do.
Now, are there certain qualifications, certifications, courses? Like, how do you become qualified as a virtual assistant?
So qualifications, that's a perfect question, because people always slide in my DMs and say, Annalisa, how can I become a virtual assistant? I don't have the experience. What I need people to understand is that if you've had a job, any sort of job before, really customer service focused, ideally you already have the experience you need to become a virtual assistant. It's just about packaging it up to offer that service to other small business owners. So that's generally what my course does. But you don't necessarily need a certification. You don't need a college degree. You don't need a master's degree. You really just need to figure out how you can monetize that skill set. So I always tell people, take a look at your resume. Take a look at your resume that you would send to your 9 to 5. Identify some of those skills that can still be incorporated and utilized in other businesses and small businesses, and market yourself that way, and also apply to different virtual assistant opportunities.
So you said that when you first started this out for yourself, you like made $1,000 in a month, which is dope. A lot of people could use another $1,000 in the next 30 days. What type of hours and energy were you putting into it that allowed you to bring in that additional $1,000 to help people get context of like time wise, how much they should be allocating to try to make this a hit?
Absolutely. So what's interesting is people are always surprised because I actually still have a 9 to 5. So I started my virtual assistant business while maintaining a 9 to 5, which a lot of people still do. They still have their 9 to 5 in their virtual assistant business. So, really, what you want to do is encourage the business owner to give you your tasks, but also incorporate deadlines for those tasks. Like, when do you need those things done so that I can still have my 9 to 5 or still have another business and still be able to complete tasks for you as a virtual assistant? So, I always tell people to be better than me, because people have described me as a workaholic before, but I think you can still be successful within the virtual assistant space. If you're a little bit better than me, you set boundaries for yourself. You're able to separate personal life and business life. So I think the best thing to do is have some sort of structure, calendar management, and parameters around what you'll be doing for your clients. And I always say, put in the contract, I'm not available to you 24/7. So let's put some time constraints around the time that I'm working with you.
So then how did you do it? You talked about 9 to 5 and you've got this business that you were building. Like what did a day look like for you?
So again, my life is a little bit crazy, but I am a morning person. So I was waking up early, and a lot of the tasks that I'm doing for business owners are repetitive, right? It's some of the same stuff every week. So I do have opportunity to schedule some things out for my clients where it's kind of automated that I don't have to worry about. In addition to that, during my lunch break or after hours, I complete tasks. I worked with some clients who actually still have 9 to 5s themselves. So being able to work after hours wasn't a problem, and then just in between time. And a lot of the work that I was able to do for some of my clients, I could actually do from my cell phone. So it made it even more convenient for me. So I would say, you wake up, you write down this is my day to day, what it would look like. I wake up, have my to do list for myself, for my clients, and then I'm just working on things and prioritizing what needs to be completed first, and communicating with my client what I've completed or what still needs to be done. So I think when some people start their virtual assistant business, they kind of overthink the process and how am I supposed to do it? I say start with one client first. Start with your first client. Master everything you need to master with working with that client. Then you can move on to promoting and getting your second and your third client.
What's been your motivation for you to do all this? You got your career, your 9 to 5 career, and then you added on this virtual business for yourself. Then you added on the ability to teach other people about how to get this money as well. What first motivated you to even add this to your plate?
So as like around the pandemic got really, really interesting. I mean, there were people in leadership that were being let go from my company. And I always say I never want to be in a situation where I can't pay my bills because my 9 to 5 let me go. So I invest in real estate as well. So I have real estate income as well as my 9 to 5, but I knew at some point it just wasn't enough. And I'm just during that time period, during the pandemic, I think it was a really interesting time because, I was just listening to podcasts and just researching and learning about successful people. And most of them had some sort of business. So I thought, what business makes sense for me? And at that point, I had already had my first client. So I was just like, let me expand this. Let me expand this. So now, in addition to the income, there's just so many benefits in being a virtual assistant and just being able to have access to other business owners. Again, I have business owners that do very, very well for themselves, and I'm able to learn from them and incorporate that in my business. But in addition to that, yeah, the 9 to 5 is great, but I feel like I really get to tap into my creativity, mastering my own business and managing it myself. So I enjoy it. I enjoy, putting out fires here and there, whether it's my 9 to 5 or my business, and kind of managing it all. But also, the ultimate goal is multiple streams of income.
Multiple streams of income is huge, and I think everybody should have it. Everybody should have more than one way to make money. We never teach that everybody should be a full-time entrepreneur, but we do teach that everybody should have more than one way to make money, because having just one way to make money is too close to none.
Legal and General America is the leader in low-cost term life insurance.
For nearly 70 years, Legal and General America has been providing financial protection to over 1.3 million families and businesses.
LGA makes understanding and applying for life insurance easy.
You can get a free quote by simply going to hisandhermoney.com/LGA.
So, what characteristics does one need to possess to be good at this?
So I think the characteristics that you need to be the perfect virtual assistant, I think you need to be someone that is reliable and also someone that's proactive. Some of the entrepreneurs that you'll be working with, they're super, super busy. And hockey, some of them are unorganized, right? So you kind of need to come in, kind of organize some information for them, as well as being able to be proactive. So for me, even when I hire people to come onto my team, I want you to be proactive. I don't want to have to give you a step-by-step guide on every single thing that needs to be done. I want you to take a look at these SOPs for certain tasks within the business. And if you have questions, I want you to research the answer to that question before you come to me. So I think that's pretty much the same within small business owners, but I also don't want people to overthink it. Most of the work that I do for my clients is managing their emails. They get a lot of emails, they get podcast requests, they get live in-person event requests. So taking care of those small things for them while they focus on the bigger piece of their business is kind of key. So it was easy for me to kind of navigate into the virtual assistant space because this is work I've already done before. Like immediately after I graduated undergrad, I was working in clerical related positions within healthcare. So it was kind of easy for me to kind of complete these small tasks for these clients.
Being that you've taught this to so many people, what's the difference between those who see success and those who struggle with this?
Ooh, this is easy. So easy. So I have one-on-one calls and coaching calls that I talk with people. They have everything. They're probably overqualified to some of the positions they'll be posting for within the virtual assistant space, because a lot of people go through my program because they're tired of working their 9 to 5. And a percentage of people that have gone through my program have been able to replace their 9 to 5. I mean, I've had physicians assistants, nurses, people who make really good money within their 9 to 5, but they want to be able to work from home, and they also want that flexibility that the virtual assistant space has been able to offer. So when I get on the calls with some of these people, it's fear. It's the marketing that's holding them back, and the fear to want to market their business because of what other people will say about them. That's the thing. They have a skill set. The skill set is, most people go through my program, they generally already have the skill set. They need a little bit more structure and how to do things. So that's why they go through the course. My course also comes with a community, so we give them that support. But it's the fear of feeling like, okay, am I charging too much for this service, right? It's getting through that mental piece of everything and starting a business, and then marketing and pricing themselves correctly every single time. And I really just have to talk them through that. They care so much about, what friends are going to say, what family are going to say, and then those are not your ideal clientele. So you really shouldn't be focused on, what those people have to say.
So then what is the key to getting the word out? How do you make yourself available to let these entrepreneurs know that you have a skill set that could help them become more optimal in the work that they have to do in their business?
For sure. So the marketing is key for any business, obviously. So what I've shared with people in my course is most of my clients come from word of mouth, obviously, because that's the greatest tool of marketing, but also Instagram. A lot of people find me on Instagram. So I teach them, how your social media platform should look for you to attract clients, because there will be people that go through my course that it doesn't look like you have a business. If I go to your Instagram profiles, you don't have a website yet, which is fine because I've been able to get clients without a website. But we now do have a website. People don't look like they offer a business or a service. So it's making it very difficult for people to want to work with them or to give them money. So I think that people need to utilize the free platforms, utilize Instagram Reels, utilize video content to attract people to your business. So we don't do any paid marketing for Elevated Assist, my agency, but we're constantly getting people on our calendar for discovery calls. And most of that is coming from Instagram and word of mouth. So that fear stuff, the fear thing that I was talking about before, is some people are even, afraid to get in to create Instagram reels. So I always have to like talk them through that process. Don't overthink it, just do it.
So people that want to pursue this, they may be asking, well, how do I make money? Is it a per task dollar amount? Is it a per hour dollar amount? How does this world work as far as making the money?
For sure. So I know some people charge hourly, and generally for American virtual assistants, I've seen you can charge from $30 an hour up to $75 an hour, depending on your skill set and what service you're offering to clients. I teach people in my program to create packages. So we have monthly packages for our clients. They pay us and we complete work based on how we identify things within the contract. So if it's social media, it may be posting 3 to 5 times a day or 3 to 5 times a week. It may be responding to comments, responding to DMs. From an admin standpoint, it may be responding to emails throughout the day, as well as doing some outreach work for our clients, trying to get them on podcasts. It could be random things. I mean, we've sent flowers to our clients' mother's house on Mother's Day. So it's really just taking away from that burden from that small business owner.
Yeah, man, it's good stuff. So, what has led to, for the people that you've taught, a good sustainable amount of income? Like, is there a certain amount of clients that I should be aiming for? Like, if I get this many clients, I may be able to generate this level of income. Because some people may be having benchmarks in their mind, like, if I can work enough to bring in this amount, then I can do X, Y, and Z. So, can you help with projecting at least, some rough estimates? We know that it's different, based on services and packages that you talked about, but just to give an idea.
Absolutely. So again, if you follow me on Instagram, I'll say you can make 4 to 5 figures a month as a virtual assistant. We got to the 5 figures a month within my agency because I got multiple clients, right? So from the clientele standpoint, I'm in the double digits. But depending on how you price your services, you can still get hit 5 figures and just increase your prices and have a smaller amount of clients that you take in. But again, the skill set needs to be there. The service needs to make sense to what you're offering. So generally, if you want to get to a point where you're able to replace your income, just think about how much money you make, how much money you need to pay your bills on a monthly basis. Identify how you want to price your services for your virtual assistant business and do the math that way. So for example, the first person that I brought onto my team on Elevated Assist, 3 months afterwards, she was like, I want to quit my 9 to 5 and work for you full time. And I was just like, let's figure out what that looks like, because I don't want you to leave your 9 to 5 and then have to go back to it because the money is not what you thought it would be. So I gave her more clients and we kind of worked through that math. So how much money do you need every month to pay your bills, in addition to, benefits, and then in addition to, the lifestyle that you want to live? I think when people want to replace their income, they forget that they may want to elevate their life at some point. So doing that math. So figure out how much you want to price your services first. So let's back up. Figure out what services you want to offer. Most people will offer general admin and customer support in the beginning. So that could be email management, answering certain phone calls, depending on the industry. I personally don't have to answer any phone calls for my clients, but generally email management, calendar management, just following up on small admin requests for your clients. I encourage my students not to charge anything less than $1,000 a month. A lot of people in my program, they start at that $1,000 a month, and then they'll increase their pricings based on just the industry and what they're kind of seeing. So figure out what services you want to offer and then how you want to price yourself, and then figure out what that special number is for you. So even before people get into my program, I said, how much do you want to make in your virtual assistant business? Do you want to make $4,000 a month? Do you want to make $3,000 a month? Do you want to make $2,000 a month? Write that number out so you're tracking to what you want to get to. Let's figure out what that goal is. But first, figure out what your services are and then how you want to price yourself.
What's your advice on how you interact with your clients, customer service tips, so that you stand out? Because I guess, I don't know, as entrepreneurs, they may be getting hit up by multiple people, or they may do a search of their own for a virtual assistant and see, multiple people. But how can we stand out when it's our turn to pitch a potential client?
For sure. So before you talk to a client on a discovery call, some sort of consultation, do your research. Do your research about the clients. Identify any opportunities you see within their business that may be able to be mentioned during that discovery call. I think people gravitate towards the work that I'm able to do because, again, you focus on getting your first and your second client and having a really, really good relationship with them. Let them tell the testimonials and the reviews of your company and working with your company. Let them do that marketing for you on one end. And then once they meet you, make sure you have a standardized process. So I would say in the beginning, because I was able to grow really quickly, I didn't have all of my systems in order. So I had to backtrack on a few things to make sure systems are in order. So always follow up with people. Always, 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 always follow up with people. And tell them the time frame that you will follow up with people, but also make sure you have at least one touch point with your client every single day. So we like to standardize some of our messaging around, hey, let you know I'm working on this today, or I'll be completing this by tomorrow. Just an open line of communication, because there'll be clients that you may never meet in person. So it's all a virtual relationship. So it's important to have open communication at all times.
Nice. Are there certain, I guess, tools of the trade that you have found helpful on your journey to growing your business and being effective at your business? Because you said that systems and processes are important. So are there certain, I don't know, apps or tools that you have found and your students have found to be super helpful in doing this business well?
I guess I honestly I've used so many different systems and programs. I would say have a project management related tool. I've used ClickUp, I've used Asana, I've used Trello, I've used different programs. I can't say that I like any of them better than the other. But as your business grows, you may have to shift the program and the system that you use. So just think about certain things you want to have within your business. One, obviously, you want to have an invoicing platform, how you send invoices. You may want to have a CRM to keep your information organized, and then also a project management tool to keep different tasks organized as well. But I can't say that there's a particular tool that stands out to me. I've used different ones before, and I can't say it's one that I completely fell in love with. So.
And what about, are there some things, purchases that we need to make in order to get our business started, equipment or software or programs?
I would say the virtual assistant space, what's great about it is I personally think it has an amazing ROI, but it's a very low startup cost business. So get you a logo. If you know how to create your own logo, that's great. And I say starts promoting your business on social media platforms. So I wouldn't say that there's anything necessarily that you would have to pay for upfront in the very, very beginning. As your business grows, obviously begin to invest back into your business. For different programs that will allow you to elevate your business or keep information organized. But I would say get you a logo, figure out how you want to market your business. Again, I recommend social media because it's a free platform for you. Identify what services you want to offer and your pricing, and be consistent.
Do you, and this is just random, I could be totally wrong because I don't know, this is your world and you're the master of it. Is it good or bad idea for that first client to do it just to get a testimonial? Like maybe you just do a friend or family member's business virtual assistant cleanup for free so that they can, be a testimony to your, or reference to potential paid clients down the road. Good or bad idea?
I love this question. I got this question yesterday with my community. We do virtual happy hours every quarter. And someone asked this question, and I didn't even answer it. I said I had all my old students answer the question, and the answer is no. I don't want you doing that, because you're already going into that relationship or that partnership with that potential person that you may not be qualified for this position. You're already projecting that out there with that first personal experience. I already let you know you have the experience. Now you're transitioning into the virtual assistant space and the virtual assistant business. If you have 2 years of customer support, if you have 3 years of being a teacher, you can be a virtual assistant. There's no need for you to have a million testimonials just because you did work for free. I say prove to the client in the beginning that you can do the work. Prove to that client. I do not believe in free work. I do not believe in free interns. I will pay you for the work that you do. I want other people to be paid for the work they do. So me personally, I teach my students to, one, if you want to build your skill set up, be your own client. Create content for yourself. Understand the systems you need to run for your business. Be your own first client. But when you're working with other clients, make sure you're getting payment.
Outstanding. Hey, listen, that's why I deferred to you, Annalisa. I just wanted to know what the answer was. Good stuff. So you have a fantastic course called the virtual boot camp, virtual assistant, the ultimate virtual assistant boot camp. You can find out more about it by going to hisandhermoney.com/VA bootcamp. But could you tell us a little bit more about what they will find when they take your course and ultimately graduate?
Yes, yes. So I will be confident in saying I think I have the best virtual assistant program out there. It gives you pre-recorded content. So over 10 hours of pre-recorded content, a step by step. So there is homework. Every video has homework. Do the homework. Because if you reach out to me and say, Annalise, I still don't have a client, I'm going to say, did you do this, this, and this, right? So do the homework. But in addition to the course, I also have a community. So the community comes with the course every Tuesday. So today we posted job opportunities. Every week we post remote virtual assistant job opportunities for people to work on, or for people to apply to. So I don't hire friends or family, but I know a lot of successful friends and family members that need virtual assistants. So I generally refer those to people in my community, in my group. We have templates that you can use, that you can implement for your virtual assistant business, and you have lifetime access to that. So if you enroll going to the His and Her Money blog, you'll have the opportunity to get over 70% off using their link.
Look at that. She even hooked y'all up with a discount. Again, go to hisandhermoney.com/VA bootcamp. So, Annalisa, tell everybody listening, how has your life changed as a result of you adding this income stream to your life?
Woo, whoa, it's a lot, because I always say tapping into the virtual assistant space, it's been amazing. I can honestly say being a virtual assistant has changed my life. I've been able to get out of my comfort zone for sure, because I'm definitely a proud introvert. After this interview, I'm definitely gonna go in my room and have my moment to myself. But I'm definitely an introvert. But it's challenging me to get myself out there. I've been able to work with Earn Your Leisure. I've now been in Business Insider, and I was able to create a six-figure virtual assistant business in less than a year. My mindset and how I'm able to make money has completely shifted. So even though I still have my 9 to 5, I'm so comfortable with how I can sell a service and offer something to my ideal market. So in my mind, my life is completely shifted, because I don't have to ever worry about making money, because I know how to make money. So within the virtual assistant space and working with all these different entrepreneurs, I'm able to learn and gain so much information and have access to so much more information. So it's definitely changed my life. I moved to a new city. Obviously, the additional stream of income is definitely nice. And, I'm able to live my best life, which is, why I put my information out there. I put my free content on my social media platforms to encourage people to take action on things they want to do, and to not overthink it, so you too can live your best life.
All right, go ahead and give them your social media so they can check out that content.
Yes, yes, yes. You can follow me on Instagram at JustAnnalisa, JustAnnalisa. You can also follow me on YouTube at JustAnnalisa, JustAnnalisa, as well as TikTok, as well as Pinterest. And yeah, if you're looking for a virtual assistant or a social media manager, if you're looking for a virtual assistant and or a social media manager, you can go to www.elevatedassist.com. We are currently accepting new clients, and we're excited to work with you and elevate your business.
Good stuff. Now, before we let you go, there may be some people on the edge like, man, I want to try to sound good, but they just have some nervousness or maybe some apprehension about whether or not they have what it takes to be good at this. What would be the words of encouragement you would offer to that person if you had a chance to talk to them?
Well, the first thing I would say is, one, why not have another stream of income? Why not get paid to do stuff that you're already doing for your current job, right? I will first challenge them to have multiple streams of income. So say the virtual assistant space is not for you. I would first ask them, if your job lets you go today, would you be okay from a financial standpoint for the next 6 months? If your answer is no, figure out what you can do. And the thing about the virtual assistant space is you can start as a virtual assistant, but you can become a business coach. You become so connected to other entrepreneurs, you may end up in other industries. I have people in my community talking about starting an Airbnb business because they have a client who has an Airbnb business. People talking about starting cleaning businesses because their client has a successful cleaning business program. So it really is, I always say being a virtual assistant is high-key a life hack, because you get access to so many different people. And I have clients whose those mentorship programs are like $15,000. I'm able to get access to certain information because they want to see my business grow and they also want me to be successful as well. So I will challenge that person to step out on faith and get rid of that fear so that they can have multiple streams of income.
Man, that's some good advice. And Elisa, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, because you got a job, businesses, and real estate, all kind of stuff going on, to come and share this awesome information with us today. Thank you.
All righty then. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another fantastic edition of the His and Her Money Show is in the books. Told you that some good information was coming your way. I hope you took some good notes. If not, you hit the rewind button and listen again. Everything that Annalisa mentioned, we have the links to it in the show notes of this episode. If you're watching us on YouTube, look right underneath the video in the description box and you will find the link there. Again, you don't have to figure this out on your own. Annalisa has a great course to help you go from start to finish and get this thing rolling. You can go to hisandhermoney.com/VA bootcamp to get started. Again, we got the link in the show notes. Just click it and get going. She hooks you up with a discount. What you waiting on? What are you waiting for? All right, guys, that's all we got for this time. Until next time, peace.